Para pag-usapan ng Game 6 kanina, kasama natin ngayon ang basketball vlogger na si Adrian Dy. So, Adrian, welcome back to The Score. It's always a pleasure to have Adrian here. So, Adrian, grabe, Game 7 na naman ng NBA Finals. Magkakagulo na naman ng Pilipinas come Monday.
Maraming maglilive.
Maraming maglilive. Lahat ng mga kanto dyan, nakatutok sa finals. So, pero ang storya ng Game 6, it started off to be a 31-11 blast noong first quarter. And napansin natin na nag-small ball dahil nga wala tong si Andrew Bogut. So para sa'yo, Adrian, tama ba yung desisyon ni Coach Steve Kerr na nag-small ball sila kagad with sino ba nga nag-start? Si Green, Barnes, Iguodala,
Thompson, Iguodala, and Curry.
Yes.
I think based on past experience kasi, this is the lineup that the Warriors used para manalo yung games 4, 5, and 6 sa last finals. But the difference between then and now is that in this game in particular, the Cavaliers adjusted by saying, okay, we'll guard the other 4 guys. Si Harrison Barnes, if he wants to shoot, we'll let him shoot.
So siya na lang.
Siya na lang.
Okay.
And the result in this game, he didn't have a single field goal made, I think. And in this past 2 games, he's 2 of 22 from the field. So siya talaga yung missing link sa Golden State Warriors. And if you're going that small and all 4 of the 5 guys on the court and some of them are not able to shoot, to spread the floor out, malaking weakness na yon.
Okay.
At death lineup nga na tinatawag ang pinasok ni Steve Kerr dito sa simula ng game number 6, kaya lang namatay ang pensa ng Golden State Warriors. At nabuhay naman ang Twitter sa mga tweets ni Ayesha Curry after the game, who was really unhappy with the calls. Usap-usapan nga after the game yung mga tawag ng referee. Steve Kerr very unhappy about it. Quote ko lang si Ayesha Curry, yung tweet na dinelete niya after. Sabi niya, "I've lost all respect. Sorry, this is absolutely rigged for money or ratings. I'm not sure which. I won't be silent. I just saw it live. Sorry." Pero dinelete niya to after. Reaction mo, Adrian?
Unang-una, find a partner who will back you up. Steph is a very lucky man.
Okay.
Pangalawa, maraming context na kasi before the game, the family of the Warriors players were stuck on the bus. Ay siguro magsa-start na yung game, hindi pa sila pinabababa to get to their seats. And later on, she would also say na parang her father was accused of, or there's some sort of mistaken identity na parang scammer daw siya. So there's all sorts of stress and all that. And then, you know, Coach Steve Kerr, sabi rin naman niya na 3 of the fouls, of Curry's 6 fouls, were let's just say questionable
or inappropriate.
I don't want to get fined by the NBA either. So she may have phrased it incorrectly or indelicately bilang nga siya yung asawa ng reigning MVP. But I think from her perspective, and I think from the perspective ng mga Warriors fans, some of those calls nga were very strange and as sinabi ng ibang people, are not appropriate given the fact na Curry is the reigning MVP.
So ngayon nga usap-usapan din sa social media, Anton, na medyo nag-throw a fit kanina si Steph Curry. He lost his cool, he lost his temper. Nabato niya pa yung mouthguard niya sa fan. Pero nag-sorry naman siya.
Very un-Steph Curry-like.
Yes, uncharacteristic of Steph Curry. Pero para sa'yo, Adrian, throughout the history of the NBA, sa mga rules nila, Game 7 is crucial time. Do you think he has the right to be suspended? Will he be suspended?
I don't think he'll be suspended kasi kung nakita mo yung mga precedent, so there have been 2 players recently who have thrown objects sa fans. So Austin Rivers threw a seat cover and he was fined $25,000. Going back a couple of years, Paul Pierce threw gum. He was chewing gum. Binato niya sa
Was
fans.
that intentional?
Hard
Maybe?
to say, but he was
Okay.
still only fined.
Okay.
The reason why may mga tao nagsasabi na baka masuspend si Curry is that there are 2 cases naman, si Amir Johnson and si Udonis Haslem. Binato rin nila yung mouthpiece. But the difference there is that binato nila sa referee, not to the fans or to the crowd. So that's, I think, yun yung difference. If you throw it at the referee, baka masuspend ka. Based on the history, masususpend ka nga. But if you throw it to the fans, and Mohang Curry was saying na he really was just throwing it. He's aiming for the table, pero it landed on the fan. I don't think he will get suspended. Fine siya, but I don't think he'll get suspended.
I don't want him suspended either. I want to see a great game number 7. Now, throughout the finals, there have been adjustments of predictions. Stephen A. Smith said that the Cavs were done very early in the series. People have been saying LeBron is a choker. Pero ano naman ang masasabi mo sa performance ni King James? Right now, he's leading players among
statistical
both teams in
categories,
5 statistical categories. Is he a choker? Ano masasabi mo sa ginagawa ni LeBron James dito sa final series na ito?
Well, he responded to all the critics na nagsasabi na he has to take over, and he has, and in such a dominant fashion na I think, myself included, nisip ko, he can't do this. He can do this in one game. I don't think kaya niyan in back-to-back games because we've seen really great games by LeBron James, but hindi back-to-back. You know, he had the great game against Detroit dati, against the Boston Celtics, but in this time, playing as many minutes as he has, given how much miles there are on his legs, considering how he came into the league as an 18-year-old, I was really genuinely surprised that he was able to score 41 points again. So, ngayon yung question is, can he do it for a third straight game? And the thing helping him out there is, unlike ng last season, na mas maiksi yung mga days in between games, there were games na 1 day lang and may travel pa nun. This time, there's two days. 1 day is for travel, one is a talagang rest day for them. So, LeBron James has all the time to recover and really, you know, throw out all the energy kasi ito na yung last game, ito na yung Game 7.
Okay, so pag-usapan naman natin ngayon ang kanyang sidekick, ang kanyang napaka-long time nakakampi na dapat nasa finals din last year. Kyrie Irving has been big throughout this whole series for the whole postseason. So, para sa'yo, Adrian, ano pa yung pwedeng magawa ni Kyrie? Of course, he has that scoring ability. But what else? What else can he do come Game 7 para at least to silence the Warriors?
I think yung weakness kasi ni Kyrie is sometimes when his shot starts flowing, he'll start hugging the ball. Makita mo na he will start taking every shot. And minsan, he makes it. Like in the last game, when he had 41 points, talagang everything he was throwing up was going in. But against the Warriors, in this game in particular, I think he had only like a handful of points sa second half because the defense was really keying in on him and daring LeBron James to shoot. So if that's the case, that happens again in Game 7 and knowing that it's in Golden State, he has to be more flexible. If he can set up teammates or if he can set up LeBron James all the more, that would be better for the Cavaliers.
Game 7 will happen in Golden State, but Believeland is very much alive. It has never been this alive. This is a city that is starving for a championship. They have never won a championship. And this is the closest they've ever been. It's a great story kung manalo si LeBron James, the chosen one, delivering the first ever championship to Cleveland. But what about the flip side? Golden State denying another championship that is within reach. Ano yung mas magandang kwento para sa'yo, Adrian?
For me, I think the whole story na they were able to break, the Golden State Warriors were able to break the wins record of the Chicago Bulls. They have 73 victories. But you know, we keep hearing 73 ain't mean a thing if you don't win a ring. So for me, seeing that sort of excellence rewarded because you narinig mo na, oh, they shouldn't have gone for 73, kaya sila napagod ngayon and all that. I don't believe that stuff because if they had won, so ibig sabihin if they won 72 games, they would have won by now. Syempre hindi, di ba? You can't draw a clear connection between the two things. So for me, I want to see excellence rewarded. I want to see them win. Given that they won 73 wins already, I want to see them crown it with the championship. The story of LeBron James is a really great story, given nga na he's back in Cleveland for the sole purpose of winning a title for that state. But like, he'll still be back next season, and then that supporting cast can still be augmented. The Warriors, I really don't think na next season maka 73 wins ulit sila. So for me personally, I want to see them cap that thing off with the championship.
Pero ang hirap, ano? Ang hirap piliin kung anong mas magandang kwento kasi pareho, whatever outcome comes, kung manalo ang Warriors o ang Cavs, it's gonna be a great story.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Adrian. You can confirm this. In the history of the Game 7 of the finals, no road team has ever won a Game 7. Is that correct?
No team has come back from 3-1 in the NBA yet. There have been two teams that have gotten to a Game 7 when they have trailed by 3-1. But there hasn't been a team who has overcome those odds to win the championship yet in the NBA.
But for a road team to win a Game 7?
I think there have been road teams that have won Game 7s, but they have not been down 3-1. So parang yun yung distinction.
Okay.
Ewan ko sa'yo guys ha, basta ako, buhay pa ang prediction ko.
buhay na buhay.
But let's all enjoy Game 7 sa darating na Lunes. Thank you so much, Chinoy Hoops fan, Adrian Dy.
Thank you, Adrian Dy.
For more sports updates, keep watching The Score. And don't forget to subscribe.